Let us continue with our lesson and let's try to debug and test our application. Let's see whether we are a successful login and a registration. So in order to debug, let's put a breakpoint. I'll put a breakpoint over here and also over here on a login request and on view model and also on the error log. And similarly for the sign up, I will set it on over here, the empty check, and also on the sign up data and on the view model and the error over here. So let's run the application. I'll click on the debug button. So we want to debug the application and let's terminate it and let's try to run our application and let's try to log in first. So what we'll do is, before we can log in, just let us go back to our phpMyAdmin and let's check our default username and password. So it should be HOMESTEAD homestead SEC secret. And let's check our username and password that we have in our database. So it should be of demo1@gmail.com. So let's log in with that one. So let's go to our over here and let's say as demo1@gmail.com and password is 1234567 8. So let's try to hit on the login button and let's minimize this one. So we are here on the empty check and let's hit next. So we have email and password over here and let's go and hit the next over here and let's hit next. And okay, so I think we have some error we need to fix. Let's go and check in the logcat, and in the logcat you can see that it says that the clear text communication to the IP address that we have assigned is not permitted, and that's because of the security policy. So what we need to do is we need to fix this one. And if we have noticed that we have already added the security network security config over here to allow a clear text traffic. So we need to add this one to our manifest file. So let's go to the manifest and let's add it over here. So let's add over here and I'll just say as security network security config, and that should be from the XML network security config. So that's what we have added it, and that should fix this the clear text communication as network security policy, so that this error should be gone. So let's rerun the application and let's try to debug it again. And let us try to log in. I'll just say demo1@gmail.com and the password is 1234567 and let's try to log in and the empty check and let's hit enter again. And if you check the login request, let's try to check, and we have an email and a password that we are passing over here. And let's hit and again let's hit our run button. So we still have some error. So I think we have some error. I think it's not coming out, but I think we have some error. So I think we need to fix that one. And let's try to check what is the error. So let's try to debug one more time and let's try to log in. And we have email and also the password, and let's hit the F8 over here. And whenever we create a request over here, if we go to the request, we are passing our email and a password, and let's check it one whether we have passed successfully email and a password. And let's create a login request. Let's hit on next. I think that's we have some error. Let's try to go and check our login request. Yeah, I think we have some issue over here. So I think when we are logging, if we check over here, when we are logging, we are passing the email and password, but here we are passing name and email, so I think that's not working. So we need to fix this one as email, and we need to pass email, and this one need to pass as a password. So make sure we pass a correct field for email and password. And let's try to re-debug again, and let's try to terminate it, and let's try to fix the issue. Okay, so let's try to re-login, and the username should be of a demo. So demo1@gmail.com and 1234567. Let's try to log in. It's empty. Okay, so let's hit the next and the next, and we have observe over here. Let's click on next. Yeah, so we have got a response of a code is 200, which means the message is okay. So if you check that the it content, the body and the response, so we get a access token, email, name, and token ID and user, so which means that we have successfully logged in. So if we have a F8 over here, and now this data has all of the required. If you go to the data, then we have access token, email, name, and token ID. If you log it, and you can check that we have, it should be on a debug, and we have a user ID over here. So we have successfully logged in, and the next step is to check for our sign up activity. So let's do it in I think in the next lecture, to test out our sign up activity. So let's meet up in the next lecture. Till then, have a great day.